Okay, welcome to the screencast for Chapter 2 of James Paul Gee's Introduction to Discourse Analysis, Theory, and Method. This chapter moves us a little farther into both theory and method. Again, like I said with Chapter 1, I really want you guys to focus on the method part. We just don't really have time to get super deep into the theoretical stuff, so we're just, for the purposes of this assignment, we're just going to assume that he's right. Of course, in your essay, you can argue with him or show that the outcomes of his analysis aren't right, but for now, we're going to assume that he's right. Okay, so this is a long chapter. I think it's worth skimming through almost all of this here. The really essential pieces are these six building areas here, these 6 areas of reality. This is where I got the questions for the discourse analysis worksheet. And so obviously it's from other pages in the text, which I put on the worksheet, but these are the 6 main areas. And so understanding the way that he differentiates between the ways that language functions to describe activities and to create activities, is really worth looking at. As he says here in Chapter 5, he'll elaborate these, but we're not in Chapter 5 yet, are we? So he talks about the 6 building areas. He describes them here as who's doing what's. This is another really interesting and I think essential piece of this project. So make sure that you read this. What kinds of people are doing what kinds of things with the text and both in the text. I like this example that he gives of real Indians, kind of offensive term to some people. I apologize. 1999, I think he's using it in order to be shocking a little bit. So this is a really important example. I would definitely read and make sure that you understand this section 2.3. These next couple of sections really gets more into the theory. So definitely scan and read sections 2.4, 2.5, where is it? Well, that was it, and 2.6. There's some interesting examples about how you talk differently to different people, and then how even an aspirin bottle can have these. You can see the way that discourse functions on an aspirin bottle. That's interesting. That's interesting. Good examples if you're having trouble understanding the building areas. Moving on to 2.7. This is another theoretical thing. It's kind of just a wrap up of the previous examples. Worth looking at, especially if you're having trouble understanding things, understanding pieces of this. Now in section 2.8, and really to the remainder of the article, I wouldn't spend a lot of time on this. He gets very specific about grammar and syntax and how grammar and syntax can even affect the way that reality is created or understood rather through language. So I would kind of, you don't feel like you need to read sections 2.8 and 2.9, but do come back and read section 2.10 to the end. So this gives you another, I don't know, 3, 5, 6, 7 pages that is worth reading, sections 2.10 and 2.11, because they really talk about the ways that these big C conversations, big D discourses interact with each other, which is something that we will look at very closely as we continue on with this project. Thank you. Good luck. Happy reading.